Hello and welcome to the video. Hang on a minute.
There's my photography lights. They work plenty. Oh, that didn't make sense.
Hang on.
Compactly tighted, but
Compactly tighted. Hang on. So as you may have guessed from the title,
hello.
I'm here with George.
Hi Nick.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
I am in George's Tack Cave. Well, what is it you call this? Have you got a name for it?
I call it all sorts. Garden, workshop, shed, whatever really.
So this is the one you've probably seen in George's videos if you follow George. If you don't, we'll put your links and everything below.
Yeah.
But George has set this up in his garden and you did a wonderful DIY series,
Yeah.
which were brilliant.
Don't take any tips from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to have, I thought we'd have a look around while we're here, if that's okay.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about George's process and I'll get nosy and ask George some questions. So if that sounds interesting, stick around and we'll see how George does it. So we've come outside, we'll show you the outside. It's a big black box at the bottom of the garden.
Yeah. Looks a bit dodgy to some.
Yeah. So before this, just so people that don't follow you, you were renting storage?
Yeah, I had a big yellow self-storage.
I think I came past it on the way.
Oh, you did, yeah.
Yeah.
It was costing me 380 quid every 4 weeks. So over the 12 months, it's £400 a month. And I didn't want to pay that anymore, so
Yeah.
talked Amy into it and she agreed.
So have you got more space in here or less space in here?
Technically, my unit at Big Yellow was 175 square foot and this is 150. But what I am losing, I don't have my desk in there. I work now inside, so
Okay.
but I haven't really lost it because I haven't got a desk in there.
Yeah. But you're saving money. I guess that's the
Saving
main
money.
one.
Within
Exactly.
4 months, it's paid off, and yeah,
Within 4 months?
4 months. Yeah.
No way,
I
really?
think all in all about 8, 12.
Maths,
Yeah.
quick.
All in all, about 1600 with everything included. So yeah, 4 months it's paid off.
Wow, that's amazing. So we're going to go and have a quick guided tour and we'll chat about where the magic happens in there.
So, well, the magic happens.
Where the magic happens, what have I started?
So this is a double opener. So if I do get big chunky items, we can open out. Obviously during boot sale season.
Yeah.
There we go.
So I know you used to do a lot of furniture and stuff. Are you not doing the bigger stuff so much now then?
A couple of years now I've stopped doing furniture just because of space.
Yeah.
It takes longer to shift and it's more awkward. Whereas medium, smaller stuff, obviously you can cram a lot more in. This is the state of the death pile at the minute.
Oh right, this is death pile then, okay.
That's part 1 of death pile of 3.
Careful, I might pinch that.
There's some nice items here. I haven't got around to doing it yet.
Yep. Okay, so this is kind of stock in, shall we say?
Ideally, once I've cleared it all, that's purely goods in area. But at the moment, it's this side of you.
Ah, there's more stock in over here,
So
okay.
there's overflow, so that's doing its job. But then we've got overflow too, as well, here. That shouldn't be there. This should be listed stock, but...
Right, okay. But that makes sense. So as you come in, you've got unlisted kind of dumping ground, shall we call it? Yeah. I know what that's like.
Oh, yeah. Then we come over to the packing bench.
Yes, I was admiring this before. I have, in all my years of doing this, I've never got this organised. I do like this.
It's one of my favourite bits of kit. I think this was about 150, 170 quid. I've had it about 2-3 years now. Served me well. Just put my paper on there, roller, bags, jiffy bags, bits and bobs. Keep all my cardboards under here. It's all in one area. And yeah, I can just right from here get what I need. Nice big surface to wrap stuff.
Yeah, I do like that. I do like that a lot, actually.
I think they came in 3 sizes. There's 1 metre, this is 12, and then there is a slightly big one, 1500 as well. This is the 12.
Cool.
Yeah, it seems to...
Okay, so we've got wrapping and packing.
Wrapping and packing.
And what's this lovely 80s themed thing here?
This is the infamous background.
Yeah.
This is now my new photo area, which is portable in a way. So at the moment, obviously, it's not set up. I can quickly set it up as if by magic. It's obviously not perfect, but this is a rough idea of how it works. I can put it up, put it down as I need. Got my photography lights, 2 there. I've also got my spare ones, my temporary lights, until I get some installed.
Yeah.
So plenty of light
Yeah,
shining
I
down.
have very similar, if not exactly the same.
This
I
is
think.
the newer.
Yeah, they
can't
are
remember
the
the model.
same.
Yeah, I think it's 90 something LEDs are here. And
Yeah.
it does. If I
Yeah,
plug-
they look just like mine.
let's see what one.
And I used to have curtains in the 80s, very similar to this, and
There you go.
wallpaper.
Yes, put some light on. There we go.
That's better. Very cool. So that's where the photography happens.
And it's washable as well. Obviously, gets a few marks from shoes and that. Take it down, wash it, bring it back out.
Awesome.
view
So
of
is that a bedspread?
This, I believe it was a bedspread. I got
Yeah.
it from eBay. This was from America, and yeah, it's advertised as just like a bedspread, or I don't think it's a curtain, but
Yeah, cotton. Okay, cool. We come round this way.
this is now basically the stock room.
Okay.
This is mainly equipment at the moment, so spare labels, tape, bags, testing equipment, TV. So not really stock, but I do want to downsize that for more shelving.
Yeah,
So
you were just saying that you've not been in here that long, so it's still evolving, I guess.
literally my 4th week this week,
Yeah.
so everything's temporary, so things could change dramatically.
Yeah.
This is how it works in a minute.
You'll,
and then-
you'll work out the best way to use the space as you go, I think.
yeah, especially with the temporary lights, obviously that's not going to be a permanent thing.
Who's this guy sleeping up there?
Oh, this guy, he's a... I moved next to him.
Oh, I saw one of those not long ago.
This one's not selling for some reason. This one's been lingering. I think it owes me £8 or something. Boot sale. It's just like a sign.
kitchen tools.
So I do the odd big thing. He slots up there. But yeah, I've actually got another racking, an extra racking compared to my last unit. So I've actually got more space, believe it or not. It's just compactly.
Hang
Time.
on, loads of shoes. Where'd you get that idea from?
But these ones, if I can open it, these ones are black.
Oh, black ones. You don't want to buy white ones. And it goes around the corner.
Nice and compact, but does the
Yeah.
job. Whereas
So we've got
am I-
clothing, I'm guessing.
yeah, this is more football shirts,
Yeah.
small clothing, bike leathers, coats. That's completely empty. Nothing's in there at all, so loads of space.
Yeah.
Got nice space for like golf clubs down there.
Oh yeah.
Different bits and bobs. This is the heater.
Heat.
We'll go on
Important.
to the building after, but yeah, this is electronics corner. Looking quite bare.
It is looking bare. You've been selling stuff.
Yeah, nice and strong and sturdy.
What's in here? Is that a wheelchair?
This is a vintage golf caddy.
Oh right.
Hasn't sold yet, obviously.
And what have we got in here? More
Yeah.
stuff. Shoes.
Shoes, trainers, boots, more coats. Because during the winter, obviously not boot sales, I tend to turn to the clothing a bit more. Then if you was here again in the summer, there'd be hardly any clothing and more electronics and
Yeah.
more hard goods. Then tucked away here is like boxed stuff, so games, a bit of vinyl that I don't really do that much.
Nice.
Yeah, and then this one's been overtaken by goods in stuff, which shouldn't be there.
The backlog.
Yeah.
So you were saying about
That's
the
me.
building. You've documented you building this. So
Yeah.
what sort of this is like insulation? Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a metal shed. There's a lot of fear of people saying about condensation, damp, but I've got spray insulation, the famous or infamous orange spray.
Yeah, you had fun doing that, didn't you?
Oh, that was messy. So that's underneath, obviously very orange, like a big What's-It. So I put this over the top as well. This is cheap stuff, and this helped again. Got my small heater. I put that on low just throughout the evening, just so nothing gets frozen, obviously.
So ventilation, I noticed you've got ventilation here.
Yeah, a bit of ventilation either side of the building.
Yeah.
I've got a dehumidifier if it does get damp for whatever reason,
Yeah.
and so far it's working well.
So are you happy with what am I calling it again? The
Let's call it the tat tent.
the love
There you go.
shack. The tat tent.
The tat tent.
But
That's the
yeah,
name.
seriously, are you pleased with how it's come out? Would you do anything differently if people are thinking about doing this? Would you recommend this?
The only difference would probably be having it a wooden shed.
Oh right.
But the only problem, I decided to do this when COVID has had an impact on wood supply, prices, like everything. Did look at wood and it was triple the price and at least a 4-month waiting list. So that was a nightmare. Obviously I can't just spend willy-nilly.
Yeah. That's interesting. So metal was cheaper than wood.
Yeah, I looked at plastic as well, big plastic one. Again, that was double the price. Metal was the cheapest. So that's why I had to do the foam insulation, because they are prone to dripping, like during the winter.
Yeah, because they're a cold surface.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the foam and this has completely stopped that, like 100%. So yeah, really happy with how it turned out. Also had to do the groundwork, done the flooring, done everything myself. My dad helped me with the move, and brother-in-law. So now it's all done. Yeah, I love it now.
You're pleased with it?
Really pleased.
Well, that's
yeah.
the main thing. We were just saying potentially you'd like to move on to a larger house.
Yeah.
Can you take this with you?
This is partly why I done this. This year, where were we on? 2022 now.
22, I believe.
Was due to move actually this year. That was the plan, but because Amy is on maternity leave, basically people lending us money said no, we're not going to let you.
Yeah.
So obviously Lenny's been born. Price of the storage went up. Everything went up basically. So throughout this year, obviously I built it. I can't really pack it up and send it with us if we do move next year.
Can't take it at all.
Yeah, so it's going to be paid off in 4 months with the storage price. Get a year out of it, and then see what 2023 brings. Because we've outgrown our house. It's only a small house, so we're going to put up with it for this year, and then hopefully bigger and better things next year. That's the plan.
And did you have to get any permissions for this from landlord or?
I did look into it. I didn't need any permission because it's classed, because it's like a shed, it's a temporary building.
Yeah.
So I didn't need any permissions, and it's a certain height. It's not too tall, not too big. So yeah, I did ask about it because we're a housing association as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were fine. So that was all good. If it was more brick and mortar, like and a proper outbuilding, I would have to have permission.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So it's just a shame, like you were saying, that you couldn't uproot it and take it to your next place.
I probably could, but with the foam and just that would be a massive job. Yeah, I'll probably leave it here for the next person.
So I thought before we leave this tat tent, as we're now calling it,
Yep.
we're gonna have a rummage in your stock in, if you don't mind.
Yeah, the death pile.
Because I'm nosy. Harry Potter standard.
Yep.
I do love this. I've picked this up so many times over the years.
I still got the charity shop sticker on it. There you go. £3.50 I paid.
Nice.
I usually send them to Amazon. I don't know if they're still accepting them actually, but
You still doing Amazon then?
tiny.
Tiny.
Hardly
Yeah.
at all. Yeah.
I've knocked it on the head.
Completely.
Yep.
Yeah. I
For
might be
now.
doing that. Yeah. But this is nice. I've had that since summer, but I need to obviously set it out and make sure it's working.
Jump jockey. Oh, I don't think I've had that. So it's like what's the one? Totopoly sort of.
Yeah, it's a bit like that, but
Yeah.
electronic. There you go, steeplechasers. There's like handheld things like Skylectrics.
Oh, it's like Skylectric with horses.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Have you had it working or have you not?
I haven't touched it since I bought it. I think it owes me 20 quid. But, it should be hopefully 80 to 100 though. So
Nice.
that's 100 quid sitting there on the shelf.
Classic. It's
Classic.
like an old typewriter.
Yeah.
Wildlife? Don't know that one. Big loader. Oh,
Big
they're
loader.
very cool. Buccaneer. I've sold that a number of times. What on earth?
That's a
Quidditch.
It's like a Tamagotchi, but the size of a Quidditch broomstick.
Oh my goodness.
There we go. So it's got the broom end on it to go as well. So it's like that, just for this little screen here. And it's like an interactive game, I think.
I think you're meant to sit on it and run around while playing it.
I think that's what the boy's doing, isn't it, in the picture? Let's have a look. No, it doesn't actually say.
Oh.
I've no idea, but
Have you looked it up? Is there any value in that? Is it
yeah, it should be, what was it at the time? 30, 40 quid?
really? Mind you, anything Harry Potter is.
I think it's from early 2000s as well, so maybe
yeah.
the first film.
That design of box with the brickwork on it tends to be the early stuff, doesn't it?
2001, there you go. So
Yeah.
vintage now, 21 years
Yeah, I
old.
find. Let me just pop that there for a sec. This design, the brickwork design on the packaging,
Yeah.
indicates like the early, yeah, like you say, 2001-2 period. So
Yeah,
good stuff.
that was a nice one. That's boot sale.
This
Again,
comes out like a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Like one of those. Yeah, this caught my eye. Is that Bakelite?
this is Bakelite Bush Radio. Again, still got the charity shop sticker on. I actually paid 10 for this. They had it for a while. They said they'd do 10 on it, so I took it, untested,
Cool.
just as a prop.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, I've had that before.
More
I
board
seem
games.
to think that goes quite well. I've had this as well, speed stacks. That surprises me what they go
Yeah, I've
for
had
with
that
the electronic
before.
mat.
Yeah, I've sold that loads of times. It always seems to do well.
Yeah, yeah, they're worth picking up. And that's the glow in the dark one, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, glow in the dark. I think that says there.
Yeah.
Bop it, standard. There's my dehumidifier to be set up.
Yes. Yes, good idea.
Yeah, like I said, this is my 4th week, so still not fully set up. So, a bit of a dumping ground. Not as tidy as I'd like.
And it carries
This
on
is
over here.
electronic
I was looking at
side.
this one, Denon, nice.
Yeah, just sitting there ready to be tested and listed.
Is that an amp then? Yeah.
Yeah, receiver. Yeah, amp receiver. Should go well. Printer.
Ah, I just sold an HP our old printer. Surprised me, it went for 50 quid for an old HP inkjet.
Yeah, this one, I think I looked it up at the time. I think this was boot sale again, 80 to 100 on this one.
Yeah.
I think
is.
the print's a bit wider as well.
A lot of people don't bother with printers, but yeah, certain
I've got another one
ones.
down there. Oh, this is all, we've been sorting out the loft, and this is actually from my loft. This is from when I was a kid in the 90s. These are all originally mine, but
Oh, Chitara.
I've had to downsize my collection. Yeah, all He-Man stuff. Not He-Man,
Yeah.
this Thundercats.
Thundercats.
There might be some He-Man in here.
Snow.
Yeah.
Tigra. Front Throw. Mumra. It's all in there.
Yes, I think he's got his hat thing on. That's normally missing. It should be in there
so
somewhere.
red, you guys got a red, like, headdress.
Yeah, that's literally got that down from the loft last week, so that's just an empty box in it.
Good stuff. Yeah, that's similar to the one I've just sold.
Yeah,
That's a cool looking tape deck.
that was an eBay snipe actually. Someone round the corner won it at an auction. I think I paid 40, and it should be near 200 quid.
Nice. God, that is so heavy for a
It's
tape
heavy
deck.
as well,
Oh
yeah.
my goodness, it must be like
Big old
8
unit.
kilos for one tape deck.
That's the small electronics you're in now.
Oh, I've got boxes like this. I lose track of what's in them, and then I go through them and I discover things.
It tends to be cameras,
yeah.
just all sorts of things. There's a charger there. Again, messy, like from the move, just shoved it all in the box.
Nice.
Video cameras to test, and then a couple of projectors. I think they need their it's
The
changing.
belts, yeah. I think
Yeah.
I've still got 3 or 4 projectors I need to test myself. They always get left.
Yeah, picked up yesterday. Just nice vintage teak mirror. Needs a bit of oil in it, and then clothing this side. I should be doing the backlog this side, but I keep getting this from charity shops. Thanks to Chaddy Pete, I keep picking up more clothing and loads of shoes. Just
Chaddy Pete, it's your fault if you're listening.
it literally is. It's not your fault for a change, Nick.
So that was a tour of the Love Shack.
The tat tent.
The tat tent, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I really like it. I mean, it is compact. You're really using the space, let's put
Yeah.
it that way. But you have to. We all grow into the space we've got, I think.
Yeah, I think this shows me in my unit at Big Yellow, I was wasting a lot of space. Like I said, I've actually got an extra whole unit in here, and this is technically smaller, which just shows.
Yeah, and I think,
Yeah.
as we said before, as you get used to the space, you'll probably use it more efficiently as you go.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So when you actually list on that, you were saying you do that in the house. You don't really
Yeah,
sit here and list.
I'm not actually in here for very long each day. I come in here first thing in the morning, pack my orders, and then during the day, set up my photography table, take around 10 pictures or 10 items, go back in the house, got my nice desk, cup of tea, don't have to worry about flasks and that because I didn't really have anything at the unit, and then just list on the laptop and iPad.
But are you more efficient working at home, or were you more efficient going to work and
Actually,
having to work?
A lot more efficient now because
Oh, really?
at the unit I was there to picture, to test, so I wouldn't sit down and list, and I'd have to do that in the evening, whereas now come down here, takes 10 seconds, do that 10 seconds back home and just crack on. Yeah, help with Lenny because he's 7 months next month already.
Yeah.
Next week, sorry. So yeah, I can help Amy out. She's looking for jobs now, so it's a lot more flexible, and yeah, everything's just a lot quicker.
So working from home is the way forward for you.
Yeah, I should have done it sooner, to be
Yeah.
honest. Yeah.
Yeah, I found that. I've had kind of all scenarios. We've had retail outlets, we've rented like storage space and office space,
Yeah.
and now we work from home, as you'll have seen in my videos, and I recommend that it saves you on overheads. You don't have to commute anywhere. It saves you on time and fuel.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it is, if you can do it, for me anyway, it's the best scenario.
Yeah, the only downside maybe is insurance wise. If anything happens, it's quite, I don't really know what insurance would cover this, but I've got security, like multiple streams of security that I won't obviously share, so you can't get around it, Nick. But
I'm coming for your tats.
but yeah, that's covered. If anyone had any funny ideas to try and get in here, it's all covered.
Well, it's a stone's throw from your house, so you're going to hear
Exactly.
it anyway.
And we've got two guard dogs, or alarm dogs I call them.
I can vouch for how noisy the dogs are.
Yeah, you met Bonnie.
They're very enthusiastic, shall we say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got them as well. They let us know as soon as something's going on.
So should we have a quick look at your setup inside?
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah, meet the dogs.
Because I'm eternally nosy.
So, do my picture in and that, and then come down the path, and then this is my new desk.
Oh, I like that. Is that vintage? It is, isn't it?
Yeah, I got that from an auction about 5-6 years ago for a tenner.
That's nice.
Here we go. This is my new desk. Just sit down.
If you're wondering what the noise is, next door having work done.
Yeah, they've never had work down ever since we moved in. They choose today to do it.
So the banging is not us.
So yeah, I can just sit down. I don't know where the laptop's gone, but I've got a laptop to list on, iPad, edit videos and that. Yeah, just got bits and bobs, paperwork, and I can just chill out and do that.
Good stuff.
And this is a nice ornament to have. The zebra.
The zebra GK420D.
Amy wasn't best pleased when this was on the shelf, but sacrifices and all that.
That's nice and compact. Tuck it away in the corner.
Yeah, like outside, obviously not the biggest house, that's why we need to move, but making the most of the space we have got. Yeah, and actually, the past 2 weeks I've been nicking Amy's camera to take pictures with. Been using that. I've always used my iPad for all pictures, all editing, but I've recently converted to camera. I've actually much preferred it, less editing needed and stuff.
Oh, interesting.
So I've taken over her unit and her camera.
But,
Yeah, that's that.
Right, we're now in the car because we're about to go and experience the charity shops of Chelmsford.
Yep.
But I thought I would wrap this video up. But there will be a charity shop video to follow, and George is going to make one for his channel as well.
Yep.
So please remember to go and check out George's channel. And if you don't already follow George, we'll put your links below.
Yeah, appreciate it.
And while we're here, thank you so much for showing me around.
That's okay.
I hope I wasn't too nosy.
No, it's fine. It's quite nice someone shows an interest. Normally the girls that aren't interested, like, oh, okay.
Honestly, I could rummage through other people's stock for hours. I find it endlessly fascinating what people pick up and what their systems are and everything. So yeah, really enjoyed that.
Good.
Thank you so much for watching. I will link a video right between our faces here. Actually, I'll tell you what, I'll link one of George's videos, then you can go and check that out. So we'll link one of George's videos here for you. Take care. We'll see you soon.
See ya.